Hi everyone. I thought part four was gonna be it, but still excited about what I'm doing with Velocity Banking. Really wanted to share with you. So in the previous video, pulled down the Excel sheet, went to each one of my checking accounts, and also banking accounts to pull the data. The last one was from produced today for me, so I pulled that last one in. Now I'm looking at organizing the Excel sheets into different areas to see how well I did with all of the velocity banking across the various areas. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and we can do real time. All right, so we got a couple of different areas. So far, I did a balance transfer area, and that fee for the month was $29.10, and I have the balance transfer until May of 2026 next year, but I got to get all of the balance transfers in by May the 26th. So they're allowing me, so I guess it's not a true balance transfer card, but they're allowing me to transfer all the balance that I can get in there on the card. The card has a limit of $5,000, and it'll be 0% until May of 2026. All right, so we have our total here just for the balance transfers. All right, let me move over to the cash reward. So I have the cash reward here. And I'm gonna remove everything or make another one. Well, yeah. All right, so I'm making another one. So this is what I'm doing. Again, I've organized all of them into different categories. Now I'm going to do them individually. Right now, looking at the cash reward. But before I do the cash reward, I'm gonna move and make a copy. And the next area would be cash advance. So I'm gonna save this new one and call this new one cash advance. And for many of you that were with me, I used a cash advance earlier. And let's go ahead and make another one to save a little bit of time. After the cash advance, the next item is credit card payments. So go to the cash advance, create another one, okay, and call this credit card payments. Okay, so let's go back to the cash rewards, which was the second one. I'm going to delete everything below that and then total it up and see what the cash rewards for the month. All right, so the cash advance for the month of April totals $112.10. Now, some of the cash advance is coming to me in three different ways. One credit card is crediting me the cash back every month. Another is crediting me cash back quarterly, and then another is crediting me the cash back every month. So it's three different ways that they're doing it, but I'm gonna try to go to the credit card that gives me the monthly cash advance so that I can use that. Now those are the three ways. Let me know if you have a cash advance card and if it happens to you differently. All right, so next we'll go to the credit card payments. Now what I'm gonna do is delete. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the cash rewards. And only have the cash advance. And get that total. Now with the cash advance, I've been using the cash advance convenience checks over the last year, and I've switched from the cash advance, which was 18% on one of the credit cards, but I've had also three of them, the convenience checks, was writing the convenience checks, and it was maybe 1% point lower than the cash advance. And now I'm using the Navy Federal prepaid card where I so it's not really cash advance, but it's still the Navy Federal prepaid card. And what I'm doing with that is taking my Navy Federal green card, transfer money over to the orange card, and on a statement, they're considering it a purchase. And as long as I pay it back to Navy Federal before the due date, then there's 0%. It's either the due date or the statement date. I need to go back and look. But I'm paying it back by the due date, so I don't get charged any interest. And they're considering that a purchase. I've been doing that for the last few months. Thank you to a viewer that brought it to my attention. So now I'm getting at least $2,000 worth of removing cash from the Navy Federal Green Card to the prepaid card and using it within the Velocity Banking by putting it onto the HELOC, bringing down the principal for maybe 25 days, then pulling it off, and then paying it back to Navy Federal. So this time I was able to pull off 1900 for this particular month. All right, next let's move on over to the credit card payment. So we already got the cash reward, so I can delete that. We've taken care of the cash advance, so I can delete that. Next, dealing with credit card payments and the check account fees. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a copy of the credit card payments, make a copy, put it to the rear. No. Credit card payments. You see it here as 2. I'm gonna go ahead and rename it check account fees. Okay. The next area be just general fees in general. So let's see. So for the credit card payments, we'll go ahead and drop everything below here. And I won't go through everything. I'll stop in just a few minutes. So with the credit card payments, again, I pulled from one of the HELOC theoretically and paid off some credit cards. So that amount came out to $28,884 for the month. Right now, make sure we only had that. Okay, so these are the payments that were made to the credit card. Check fees. Go ahead and make a copy of that. Okay. And that will be called just fees in general. But go ahead and remove everything above that. Everything below that. Okay. All right. So those came out to be $28. Okay, so I got 2 accounts that's costing me $28 in check cashing fee. I mean check fees and maintaining. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to gas, see what I spent in gas. Cut that. Create another here. Go ahead and total that up. Okay, spent $304 in gas. Okay, need to find a way to try to work on this. So that'll be hopefully next month, start working on the gas in Velocity Banking to bring down that amount. I'm driving the Kia Forte 2015. I'm getting about 40 miles to the gallon, so hopefully that'll show up in next month in terms of gas. Got groceries over here. See what that looks like. Okay, I said earlier, previous March was 393. This month brought it down significantly. That's good. One of the areas that I was working on is just payments to the lines of credit and paying them down. So these were the payments that I moved about within the lines of credit. Uh, Total rent, that needs to come down. Did not spend that much in rent. Yes, for April. Yes, the rent is lower. Restaurant, eating out. I'm not too much big on eating out. Really haven't did much on eating out and trying to address some of the inflationary pressures. So let's see what I did this time. Don't remember exactly how much I did last month. Or did it clear that out also? All right. So with eating out in the restaurants, $23.73 in California. That was my total for the month of April. All right. Let's see what areas are left. Retail. And retail, in this one, I included Dollar Tree, maybe Family Dollar, Walmart. I went to Ace and picked up some things. So that's what's in this amount. That's what's in this area. Uh, Copy. Call this rent. Go back and change some of the things on that. All right. And copy all of this, calling this retail one. So I'm gonna look at also retail and see how much I'm spending on retail. And like I said, that includes going to Ace Hardware, Dollar Tree, Walmart. right? So drop this and drop utility, and there was utility. So the utility I paid, I think this is 326 where utility for two individuals here, and that we used, and 186 in Georgia on one of my properties, and then the fees. All right. So let me go ahead and copy this, put that on the page, and call this one utility. Okay, so we can drop all the retail, delete. All right, trying to get back to the end. Retail. All right, it's taking me a minute to find that sheet, but well, yeah, here it is again. I think I can just paste. Oh no, can't paste it again. All right, so I'm gonna go back through and look at a couple other things in general, but the main thing was definitely I was concentrating on my food costs. I was able to reduce that by maybe a little more than 40% using the beans and rice kind of like diet. So not diet, but theory and concept. Tested that, and yes, it can be do, but I guess it's based on your personal preferences and things of that nature. So this was some aspects of the budget for April 2025, still doing velocity banking. This was part 5, and maybe I'll come back with a part 6, but I think I'm going to give you a break. But velocity banking has kind of like maybe been a game changer for me and some of the things that I'm doing. I wish I would have found velocity banking earlier when I was doing multiple investment properties before filing bankruptcy and losing one of my properties. Now I'm maintaining them using velocity banking. I've been able to pay possibly all 3 of them off this year, as I said, in terms of looking at the goals and objectives, smart goals. So again, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate you stopping by. Really appreciate all the advice that I've gotten from working with clients and working with the community of velocity banking advocates. So please continue this work, continue to look at this, and let's change lives. Stay blessed. You have a great day. Bye-bye.